All right, we're here with Tony Weissman, CEO of Digitas. Is it CEO of Digitas North America or CEO of Digitas?
North America.
Okay, well, to me, you're the CEO.
Well, I appreciate
that.
that.
All right,
God, it's great to be here with you.
It's great to be with you, Joel. All right, I want to get right into the Snapchat Ferris wheel. And off camera, when I said to you, I want to talk about the Snapchat Ferris wheel, what did you say?
Best idea I've ever seen at Cannes.
Elaborate.
Just love it.
Elaborate.
First of all, I think these guys are audacious. And it's audacious to have built not just a Ferris wheel, but a huge one right in front of the Palais. The logo is lit up at night. The thing's painted their colors. And I'll tell you what, I just think in a world where there is just tens of millions of dollars being spent trying to get people to recognize that you're doing something a little different, home run.
Okay, so then that's the answer where I'm getting to, which is they're missing on revenue estimates right now. Where are your clients' heads at, and does a big Ferris wheel, move minds?
You know, a big Ferris wheel like that just, I think, underscores that it's a brand that is trying to think differently. And I think when they, and Evan talked about, we're not really a social platform, we're a camera. I think they did a lot to help people think about them in a different way, just like when they introduced the idea of vertical. We're putting money into it, we're cautious. I think we have the same concerns that everyone does about engagement, time spent, measurability, all that. But you can't deny the size of the audience, the innovation, the creativity. And so, yeah, we've got most of our clients looking seriously at it. A lot of them putting money in. Look, it took a while for Google and Facebook to ramp.
Which clients, it's a bit of a leading question because we know that the audience is young, but is there a category or a type of advertiser you're surprised it's been effective there, or a use case? A lot of brands are saying, McDonald's just came out and said they're going to use it enormously for recruiting and job applicants. And you have a similar, any kind of case study like that or example?
I don't think we've been surprised. I think we've been focused on the clients for whom the young audience matters. We think the reaction has been, what we expected. In a couple of cases, the reaction was orders of magnitude more than we expected. So no, I don't necessarily think we've been surprised. And I think, look, McDonald's is late to the game on that. They're late to the game on the platform. I think that's a smart idea for a way for them to get in.
You think I have an unhealthy obsession with Google?
You
and
absolutely
Facebook?
have an unhealthy obsession.
Let me state the unhealthy obsession before you start, and then I want you to attack me over it. You think I'm obsessed with all the ad dollars going to Google and Facebook. Now say your piece.
Every conversation I've ever heard you talk about, you talk about them as this massive duopoly, but you frame it as, how are you going to compete in a world dominated by Google and Facebook? And I don't look at it that way. I think they're amazing platforms. They're great partners. Yeah, they're ahead of everyone else in terms of scale and revenue. And you got to give it to Mark for going first at mobile, and you got to give it to Google for the way they've built the platform across all sorts of experiences. But I also think that there's plenty of room for innovation. I think and they're really good partners. I think the thing you miss in the way you frame that up is you miss the fact that the work that they're doing, the best work they're doing, they're not doing on their own. They're doing with people like us, agencies, brands, et cetera. And I do think they have a much more open approach to creativity and innovation than you give them credit for.
Well, I think that's totally fair, and I take all of that. I think that it's possible they're a very good partner to you. I don't think they're a good partner to media companies. I think that's the difference. It's possible.
Spoken as a media company.
Spoken as a media company. So I can only talk my own book here. So let me, now taking into account what you said to me, how have they changed your work? Not harmed or zero, how have they changed the way that you work?
Well, I think in two important ways. The first is they're obsessed with data the way we are. And they're obsessed with pushing data cleanliness, hygiene, accuracy, reliability. And so we're getting better insights because of the way they ingest and help us cleanse and make data usable. We're aligned with them that the best work in the future is all going to be driven by data insights. And they're very good at that. The second thing is, I think that they reward innovation. They put money, effort, support, and reach behind the better ideas. And I think that, look, I grant the problem that you and other media companies have. That's not the chair I'm in. The chair I'm in is, you bring them a big idea with a client and a partner, they get the resources and the engineering behind it, they make it happen. We've done more innovation with those guys, I think, than just about anybody. And they call us when they want to try something new. And that's what I like about it.
I'd like to ask you about some client work you're doing that you're excited about. I know that it's always hard to ask somebody in your seat this question because they feel like whoever they forget to mention, it's like leaving one of their children out when rattling off birth dates. But with that caveat for any viewers, Can you talk about some client work that's top of mind that you're excited about that you're doing that's innovative?
Well, yes, I can tell you, we are very excited about tonight's award ceremony where we have been shortlisted for our work with Whirlpool for a campaign called Care Counts.
Okay.
And what we did there is we used data to determine that, you may not have known this, but one of the biggest drivers of kids missing school is not having clean clothes.
No, I didn't know that.
And because they didn't have clean clothes, they were embarrassed to show up. So we installed Whirlpool washer and dryers in schools, and it dramatically reduced absenteeism. And we are expanding that program. The kids are happy about it, the teachers are happy about it, and Whirlpool's happy to have contributed.
That's tremendous.
So we're on the short list. We're hoping we win a big award tonight. We're on the short list for a program we did for Dunkin' Donuts called WTF, What the Fast, where we introduced on-the-go ordering using the world's fastest wingsuit driver. You've seen the video,
Yes.
and Ellen going over 100 miles an hour to grab her Dunkin' off a mountainside in France. So we're excited about that. Why? Because it's breakthrough, it's different, it's innovative, and it's right on brand.
Is there a category where you'd like to be working where you're not working right now?
Yeah, you know, well, you were telling me you had hotel troubles here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
There's a lot of need.
Yep.
Not enough rooms. We'd like to be in that sector. We used to be in that. We're not. We do a lot of work with Delta and travel. So yeah, we'd love to.
Do you think there's a
get in the
big
hotel
marketing
business.
opportunity in hotels? Because when you mention hotels, all I can think about is the fact that every article you read is about the
Airbnb.
hotels trying to go direct and trying to explain to the consumer that the price is the same with us if you book through an aggregator, except they just get less of the money, but they effectively will offer lowest rate. Do you think that there's an explanation and storytelling issue with hotels right now?
I actually do, because I think some of them. I think they've realized that what they have to do is differentiate on the experience, and a lot of them have done some really cool stuff around that. And I also think that one of the things the aggregators can't do as well as they can is use their first-party data predictively, using AI and machine learning to anticipate your next move and get to you right away in the right format and the right time and space.
Is that a big part of your business, the idea of, it used to be called loyalty clubs, but now it really is kind of, it's point acquisition, but it's also customization to yourself. Like, as you know, we do our work together with Dunkin'. The mobile app and being able to have your profile saved is a huge part of that. Now you're telling me for hotels, customization. How much of that is part of your business now?
It is. I mean, look, we started out as a direct CRM database business. And I think if you look at that world, it used to be about capturing what you did. Hey, thanks for your points. And then recently it moved into real time, and we think the next phase is all about predictive and using AI and machine learning to say, based on what I see you doing, I think you're going to want this next, and to predict and be there for you. And so yeah, I think a huge part of our business is the joy and delight that comes from, wow, this brand knew what I would want, had it ready for me, made my day easier. And so yeah, the work we're doing with you with Dunkin', where we make that very high pressure, time stretch, pressured morning go easier and faster. Why wouldn't we be able to do that in every sector where we use all that data to say, I think you might need this. It fits whether you're on a family trip or a business trip, your expectations are X and Y, and serve it up to you in a predictive way. I think customers will be delighted by that.
All right, well, Tony Weissman, CEO of Digital House North America, congratulations on the Lion nominations, especially
Thank you.
one which is very much a good works type project that you've done with Whirlpool.
Thank you, John.
And we'll see you again soon.
It is a joy to be here with you.
Joy to have you. Okay, guys,
Thanks.
back to you in New York.